Hi there, Theresa here from theresamonro.com, and I am receiving quite a few questions lately around, am I on the right path? Am I how am I on my journey in life? And what I think people are trying to, this is really a perspective shift, because what I think people possibly don't realize is that your destiny is what you make of it, meaning you get to, people are kind of asking, and a really easy way to determine whether or not you're on the right path for you, because you get to always determine that at any given moment. It's not something that's set in stone by the universe out there for you. That's something that is an old form of thinking used to create consciousness control within the masses. Your real power is in realizing that you choose your own spiritual path. The main answer to this is you can know that you're doing something that's right for you because it brings you joy. If it feels really heavy, and this is a difference from having your stuff come up, but if something's like, man, when I hang around that person or I go to that job or I do this, it just feels heavy. There's either a perspective shift that needs to happen, or it's an indication that it's time to manifest something else, because sometimes it's an indication that it's time to go, and you'll feel that internal pressure, sort of like a tea kettle where the water gets warm and it's like, woo, it's time to go. But also I want to make sure, there's a difference between knowing when it's time to do something else, because that's what you've been manifesting into your life, because the main dictator of your destiny is joy. What brings you joy? That's the main thing of what we're here to do. We're determining our soul lessons. We're determining where we're going by our thoughts and our words and our deeds. So when people say, am I on the right path? It's sort of like, does the universe approve? But it's more about, well, are you happy? These are the sorts of questions that I'll ask you. Are you happy in your path? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Because if not, we can tweak that to be able to create something that you are enjoying, to be in a place where you really love, where you are feeling more nourished internally and externally, to essentially be able to create that. Because that's the biggest thing that I just want to tell people right now, and that Spirit really wants to address, is more than anything else, your destiny and your path is what you are creating. So if you are unhappy, chances are you're asking that question because you're either looking for some sort of external validation, or you're needing some sort of assistance in determining or realizing how you're creating your reality and where it is that you want to go next, because you get to have all of that. And it may be baby steps. Sometimes it's in your thoughts, sometimes it's in your vibration, sometimes it's in how you speak about others, sometimes it's about, well, there's a whole number of different factors here, but the main message here is your path is what you create, your destiny is what it is that you're creating as well. So it isn't, it's time to let go of the thoughts of, well, this is what's destiny. Because I can tell you this too, because the other question coming up is, well, what if I've created something I don't like? Well, you have the chance to, turn that train around, to stop the train. I've seen it flip on a dime. Something that's really beautiful about Kauai is that something that she had taught me, which seems really simple, but one of the first days I was here, I was seeing something. She was like, okay, you've manifested something that you're not really liking the way that it's headed, but you can steer it in a different direction. And that is something that had never occurred to me before. She's like, you're not stuck with this fate that you don't like, just because you've, created that and it started out great and it, pivoted or however. Sometimes it's complicated because other people are involved. But the main thing is, she's like, change your thoughts to what it is that you want. And be willing to be detached from it. Say, okay, we're gonna shift this to be something different. And it's a delicate balance of making sure you don't force it, but knowing when to take action on that. All right. So I hope that's helpful for you. Your greatest power is realizing that you get to create your own reality in any way that you want. All right. Lots of love. Bye.